The Flipside of board games is sponsored in part this month by Peacekeeper Games, publisher of the puzzly game Gearworks. Take on the role of budding inventors intent on proving your mettle. Play your gears carefully as clever card placement helps you control areas of the board and reward the parts you need to build fantastical contraptions and score points at the end of the game. It's an interesting marriage of steampunk and Sudoku. A special bundle is currently available on their website, which includes a free deluxe playmat. And a new Kickstarter campaign will be running from March 12 to 31, 2024. Go check it out. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. I am 5 minutes late. I apologize for that. But that's kind of... I try not to be late. I really try not to be late. So basically, wow. So the last week has been somewhat of a whirlwind, but it has been a great journey. So we'll get to that in just a little bit. Thank you for joining me here today. This is a Fireside Chat, which is basically what I call my live Q&As. I like the sound that Fireside Chat brings with it. It sounds homey, it sounds comfy, and it sounds personable, which is exactly what I want these things to be. So Kabuki Kid is here. Hello. Good to see you, Kabuki. Zexto, hey Sam and Chat, good to see you. Ryan Moore is here. Nuno Rebello, I'm more upset that there isn't a real fire at your side. False advertising! Yes. All that and pish posh. So I totally get what you're saying. Maybe that will be a stretch goal at some point later on down the thing. So, Jesse just texted me. Yes, that is a good thing. So, thank you for joining me. I certainly appreciate it. Wow. Dice Tower West was something else. Let me tell you that right off the bat. I had a great time. It was a great time reconnecting with a lot of old friends at the Dice Tower. Not that we weren't car woes. Yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. But Dice Tower West was a great time. It was long. Probably the longest trip that I will take this year, honestly, because I left a week ago. I left last Monday. That's when I flew out, and I didn't get back until last night. And by last night, I mean 2 o'clock this morning. We'll start there, shall we? So I was flying out. My flight was supposed to leave yesterday from Las Vegas at 3:30. It was supposed to board at 3 and depart at 3:30. The plane that was coming in for that flight got taken by a flight that was going to Boston because that flight had been delayed multiple times. And so when our plane came in, instead of making the Boston people wait longer, which I totally understand, they took the plane that was for our flight and gave it to them. The plane that we were supposed to get for our flight, when it was going through their safety pre-check, one of the sensors wasn't working. And they thought it was going to be a fast fix. It wasn't. Finally, by 7:30, we were on the plane and taxiing on the runway. So I got there at 1:30 so that I could be a good little traveler and get there before my flight is supposed to leave, a couple hours before, and we didn't actually pull out of the gate until 7:30. An hour after I thought I was going to be in Seattle and on my way back home. I was planning on being home at about 9 p.m. Last night. but I did not get home until 2 p.m. So yeah, I was hoping to kind of, decompress a little bit last night and a little bit this morning, but I just haven't been able to do that yet. It's been go, 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 go ever since I got back. Well, I won't say that. That was a little bit of an overstatement. There were a couple of things I had to do, but I was able to kind of, because of late start, I was able to sleep in a little bit later, about an hour later than I usually do. And so that's good. All in all, I got back safely. So that's what's really important. And I'm back home. That's another thing that's really important. So that is cool. Car woes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, Brian's here. Hey, Brian's here. I'm already missing being at Star West. Yeah, isn't it? Hi, Strider. Strider had to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and say hello to Papa because he was super excited. And he was jumping around and all that kind of stuff. So I was good to see him. Yes. But Strider is right here. You can't see him because of the laptop, but he is right here. I didn't just kiss something strange. I kissed my pupper snout. Yes, I did. Anyway, so that was that. Yeah, car woes. Good night, great. Good night in the morning, people. Gracious. Teach your kids right. Other people's kids. Could have been adults. I don't know. We don't know. Daphne had an accident at color guard practice last week while I was gone. And she, doing one of her tosses, her rifle hit her right on the head and gave her a mild concussion. And so we had to, in the fuss of Jess, in the fuss of trying to get her to someplace safe, to the emergency room or what have you. No, I think she went to a walk-in clinic. Anyway, they left her car where she usually parks it. And she usually parks it in a dangerous place, I guess. But if you leave it there overnight, I guess it's just not a great neighborhood. And both of her tires on the sidewalk side were punctured multiple times. And so, yeah. So Jess had to, we've got good insurance. We've got USAA. So, it's like all she had to do was call them and say, hey, take it from here to here. We took it over to Les Schwab, the tire place here in town. And they were able to put 4 new tires on it. So at least at this point now, we've got Les Schwab's protection on them, and it'll be cool going on from there. But Go For It Painting is here. Hello. Good to see you. Gaming with ADs here. Brian, thank you for joining me on my top 5. We did a top 5 at Dice Tower West. Top 5 games that we've never played for no good reason. And so I did record it. I don't know how good the footage is going to be because they didn't use any of the stage lights for any of the shows. So it might be a little dark. I'll see what I can do in post to try to get it looking a little bit better, and I'll be working on that, and we'll be putting it up later on. But Brian from Gaming with ADHD was there. Bree Goldman, from the marketing manager from Arcane Wonders, was there. And then BJ Shea, he is a prolific podcaster with Geek Nation. And then he also is a radio personality, radio show host for KZOC over in Seattle. I don't know the address of their station, the 90 whatever blah 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 point whatever. I don't know that, but it's KZOK, I think. KZOC. And so the 4 of us did a top 5 games that we've never played for no good reason. It was a pretty good list, pretty good games, pretty good time. I think we all enjoyed ourselves. We all had a great time. So I'll be getting that up here in a little bit as soon as I can get to editing it. I don't think it'll be that difficult, but I did record some audio. Eric Summerer helped me with an audio capture device of his. And so I think the audio is going to be pretty good. We'll see. Ryan Moore says, I just saw that United dropped a wheel from its landing gear on 2 cars right after takeoff. After that window falling out of an Alaska plane, flying doesn't seem as safe anymore. Okay, I understand what you're saying, Ryan, but understand that that is 2 flights out of how many in the last 3 months? Thousands? Now take that and couple it with how many car accidents happen on a daily basis. Yeah, I think it's still pretty safe. But I get what you're saying. But this is just what happens. I don't, anything that's mechanical, that's flying through the air, it's going to have issues. And yes, there are crews that are supposed to be ensuring that those things don't happen anywhere else. I would be more, I would be more concerned about, if I'm the person whose car the wheel got dropped on, that would be pretty bad. That would be horrible. That would be terrifying. But as far as the people in the plane, now you have to land with one less wheel. So there you go. All hail Strider, give him his own channel. I probably would if I could. I'm busy enough with mine, but Strider does deserve, he's just sleeping right now, but he does deserve his own channel, I guess. Thank you for being here, Lance. I appreciate you. Undead Viking. La 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 la. Ouch, they got to make a Nerf version. They got to make a Nerf version? Oh, now you can't toss a Nerf rifle in the air. That's the thing that they do flips. Boom. It's basically a 2x4. And it's pretty hefty. Not very hefty, but getting smacked in the back of the head of it when it's twirling around in the air and then gravity taking place, that probably did not feel good at all. Other people's kids, I am still mad that someone slashed the tires. Grr! We had to park it overnight for, and bam, 2 tires. That was costly. Yes, it was. And, and that's exactly what it was. Random maliciousness. That's all it is. There's stupidity on the streets. Oh, there's somebody's tires. I'm an idiot and I'm a dork and I'm going to go punch them for, pop them for no good reason. Stupidity. Stupidity. Lack of respect. Don't like it at all. Anyway. Chris Mayfield is here. Hello, hello. Have you ever played Defenders of the Realm from Eagle Griffin Games 2010? What is your opinion on it? Actually, Chris, that made my... oh, did we do 2010? I think we did. Yeah. We did. Did we do 2010? I think we did. I think we did a top 10 list of top, bottom 5, top 5 games, whatever. Let me see. Let me look for it. Let me go here. Oh, what's this? Okay, yeah, I'll go here. 7, 8, 9. Oh! Tee-hee. Yeah. Yes, I've played Defenders of the Realm. We just haven't got to 2010 yet. Hopefully that's not any but have you ever played Defenders of the Realm? Yes, I have. I really enjoy that game. It may or may not be showing up on a top 10, top 5 list here in the near future. I had so much fun with that. Bree and BJ were awesome too. I even bought one of Sam's games from the list. That is true. That is absolutely true. He sent me a picture. There's a picture, so it's proven that he actually did buy one of the games that were on my list, and it's sitting right over there, and it's going to be played soon. Tire dork. Yep, tire dork. Blake says, only Sam would call a tire slasher a dork. That is absolutely correct. Because I want to be nice. So we'll skip ads. Only Sam would call a spoiler alert. That's good. We will pretend we heard nothing. That is correct. Isn't Defenders of the Realm getting a new printing, or did it already happen? That I'm unaware of off the top of my head, so I don't know. Chris says, with all the planes falling out of the sky, now they are about to start drone food and grocery delivery. Just one more thing to fall out of the sky. I know. But again, I still think it's the safest way to travel. Percentage-wise, I guess. I don't think that it is completely dangerous now to be flying. I don't think it's any more dangerous than anything else. That's for certain. You could literally walk outside and have a piano fall on your head. It's unlikely, but it could happen. So don't live in fear, people. Let's see here. Statistically safest. Thank you, Kabuki. I have your backing. I'm confident now. Oopsie, did not mean to get you in trouble. No. You ask away, my friend. Ask away. No problems whatsoever. Henrik Madsen. Sam, have you played Guards of Atlantis 2? It's so much better than the first one you reviewed back in the day. I have a copy. Wolf Designer sent me a copy. I just have not played it yet. But I do need to get it played. I saw people playing it. I was actually sitting next to some people playing it at Dice Tower West, and they looked like they were having a great time. And I was just a skosh envious that they were able to get it to the table, because I really did enjoy Guards of Atlantis. And Guards 2 is an upgrade. So I am looking forward to it. Yes. Thank you. We should figure out how to play Arcase over a live stream. That might be a possibility, sir. Totally wanted to know that. What? What did he say? Barry is here. Hey. Hello, Barry. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Who else wants to see a review from Sam about Last Light? There we go. Okay, that's what okay. I totally want to know that. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. Yeah, we were just talking on Facebook Messenger about this, and yes, JT and I are planning on doing a review on Last Light. We just need to get more plays of it in. So one of the things that Lance and I were actually talking about is getting him, JT and I together online to play it as one of those further plays that need to happen before we can get the review done. So yeah, it's coming, but because I want JT to be part of it, it takes a little bit more logistical planning. I can't just throw it out there, and we have to get more plays of it in as well. And I want to play more of the player counts, not necessarily all of them. We've done 2-player. I'd like to do maybe 3 and 4 at least, so that I can experience those player counts. I have played it 4 when it was in prototype form, but again, that was in prototype form, so I want to make sure that we replicate that for posterity's sake, I guess you could say. Plane travel is the safest percentage-wise. Yes. We should figure out how. Okay, we already did that. Nuno Rebello got Small World after watching Sam talking about it so much on the Dice Tower videos. Yes, that's a great game. Chris Mayfield, they have a revamp reprint coming out on Kickstarter this year. That's the fancy way of saying this year. This year. So I thought so too. I just didn't know off the top of my head, Chris. Thanks for confirming that. Barry says, you forgot to tighten one bolt. There are 5 other tires. Well, that's true. That's true. I was just thinking of 3 landing points. But if only one tire falls off, I guess that wouldn't be necessarily a bad thing. But it could be, because that's still load bearing, right? And I don't know that one tire, if one tire is missing, will the others pop when they land? I don't know. Blake Cavaney, did you hear about plane crashes because of how catastrophic they are? Correct. But think about how often you do hear about them. Rare lyrics because they're not uncommon occurrence. Rarely. Yeah, rarely because they're not a common occurrence. Correct. Henrik Madison, have you ever heard of Spark Riders 3000? No. I just found it yesterday and it seems like a pandemic tower defense-like game. Spark Riders 3000. Oh, further down, Sam. Uh-oh. Let's see. What in the world? All hail Strider. Oh, he's probably talking about Strider's page. Yep. Okay. Yep. I would. I don't. Well, I would be the one doing it, so I don't know that I would be. I would want to see it, but glorious. For the sake of that was bad. That was a bad accent. I'm not going to try to do it. But for the sake of, I'm drinking Irish mocha coffee today. With coconut cream and chocolate. So all of that is 0 sugar too. Bam. Anyway, happy March, everyone. Let's see. Spark Riders 3000. Let me look that up. Spark Riders. Spark Riders 3000 from 2023. Huh. I'm looking at it on BGG right now. Not too taken with the box cover. The board actually looks like a Millennium Falcon. Kind of, if you squint and hold your tongue just right. Looks like a bunch of dice. Well, you have some dice in there at least. Oh, I like the little battleship thingies. I like the pieces in them. That definitely looks, from a different angle, that definitely looks like a Millennium Falcon. That was super close to being a Millennium Falcon on the board. But anyway, okay, it looks pretty cool. Pandemic, what did you say? Pandemic tower defense-like game. Okay, cool. I'll look into it, but it was a Kickstarter, so being able to get a hold of it at this point, I don't know. Did you see anything upcoming games expansion that is worth mentioning for us? I'm drinking orange soda, Blake says. Irish whiskey mochas are good too. My wife makes homemade Baileys every year for Christmas. Now see, I'm not a drinker, but that sounds really good. So that's probably my heritage, just speaking through me. That sounds super good. I was actually like, oh wow, that does sound good, but I'm not a drinker, so that's all right, cool. Well, here we go. This is something we'll get to talking more about Dice Star West, and I'll give you a little bit of some stuff. But Hendrik Matson, did you see anything upcoming games expansion that is worth mentioning for us? Well, here we go. One of the games that I actually played at the Dice Tower, Tom taught me. I met him at 6 o'clock in the freaking morning one morning for him to teach. And there were other people out there. People are crazy. But anyway, I cut my sleep an hour short so that I could get up and meet Tom to play a game with him, and we ended up playing a Path of Civilization. Path of Civilization. It was in the Hot Games room at Dice Tower West, and I was able to get that played, and that was fun. Let me go ahead. I'm actually going to do this in reverse order than what I was thinking I would do, but I want to show this game to you because it was something fun. So we are going to do it a little bit of an unboxing because I actually haven't opened it or cracked it open or anything like that. So that's going to be the case. Now, here we go. I do have to go get something that Jesse got me. So hold on. I'll be right back. I'm coming in. I'll be right back. If you remember, not realize, but if you remember, I told you that we lost our coveted grapefruit knife. That's sad, isn't it? We're still going to be looking for it. But in the meantime, she bought me a retractable grapefruit knife. Isn't that something? Check that out. That's pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to be, now it's not as good. This probably won't be as good as everything else, but, you know. We're going to go ahead and get this open and see what we think. Wow, that's weird. Okay. So this is from Captain Games, 2023, all rights reserved. From the dawn of time, your decisions will shape the future of your people. What legacy will you leave in the history of humanity? Oh, okay, sweet. Path of Civilization is a Euro game in which you will find all the elements of a civilization game, technologies to discover, challenges to overcome, epic battles to fight, leaders to recruit, and wonders to build. Epic battles to fight? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. There's no epic battles being fought. There's some combat in the game, but it's a track. There's no battles being fought. It encompasses everything we love, and let's be honest, what you love too. Path of Civilization by Fabian Griddle, or Gridel, I don't know how you pronounce the last name, Gridel, a story of humankind. So that's what we're going to be looking at first today. Timo6219 is here. Hello, hello. Every blade is a grapefruit knife. You're safe with the blade when Tom is. You're safer with a blade than Tom is. Well, I guess I'll attribute that to my Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts growing up. There we go. Lance cut off the tip of his finger recently. Ow! Why you got to out Lance like that? That's not cool. All right. No, I'm just kidding, Kabuki. You can say whatever you want. All right. So here we go. We have got a Path of Civilization, Story of Humankind. We're going to go ahead and open this up and take a look at it. Tiny tip. Got it. I'm 25 behind. Well, catch up. All right, so here we go. This is the rule book, and again, there's components and setup. Now, this has an intimidating presence on the table. I will say that much. A very intimidating presence on the table. It looks like a lot is going on, and a lot is going on. However, it is not difficult. And I say that as a gamer, not as a new person coming into the game. If a new person was to play this, then I think they would probably be overwhelmed. At least at first. Compendium. Oh my. Why is there... Oh, there's a compendium of all the cards. See that? That's pretty cool. There are a crap ton of cards in this deck. In this game. So that's cool that they provided a compendium of all the cards so you can look them all up, and that's neat. There's also a solo mode. That's one of the reasons why I picked this up, because I can continue to learn how to play the game on my own. But here we go. Look at all this stuff. So this is not what I like. This is not likey. I know likey this. A sticker sheet. But just wait till you see what it's for, and I think you'll be pretty snazzed about it. All right, so this is just a punch-out box. These are just victory point tokens, and they are quite thick. Well, actually, I was punching out two at the same time. So that shows you that these actually come out really well, because I was literally punching out two boards at the same time. Bing, bing. So there you have it. And here is that combat board. Well, the combat board doesn't pop out very well now, does it? This is that combat board that I was telling you about. This is where all of those epic battles are fought, just on this little thing right here. So you start way over here, and whoever has the highest and some pluses over here, you get more victory points and more stuff and all that. There's no epic battles being fought in this game. That was, I wouldn't say that was false advertising, as what Kabuki Kids likes to say, but it also is not entirely accurate. Anyway, double layered boards, anyone? These are really cool. Each player gets their own double layered board to keep track of their different stats throughout the course of the game. and the different stats that they have available to them will allow them to purchase upgrades for their civilization throughout the course of the game. So it's pretty cool. These little things are also cool, double layered. These are just like places that will hold cubes, because some of the things that you'll be doing on your turn will allow you to place cubes. And this one specifically will allow you to purchase monuments, or rather wonders, for your civilization. This one allows you to hire new leaders for your civilization. And then this one right here is a religion track, which some of the things in the game are based upon religion. And then I can't remember what this one is. Oh, this is just points. This is points throughout the course of the game. So at the end of the scoring round, the number of cubes that you'll have here will boost your score a little bit. Anyway, there's that. But here are all of the cubes and all of the different player colors. So I'm not going to get those out right now, but comes with some bags as well. These are basically just card holders that will hold up a card for each of the round that tells you what you're going to do at the end of that round. Some of them are red, which I believe is a combat round. Some of them are yellow, which is a point round where you're going to score some points. And then gray is, I believe the first couple of rounds have just gray ones, because nothing really happens. You get some stuff, but it's not, you're not scoring points or anything like that. But anyway, those stickers that you saw are going to be going onto these trays. And these trays are super cool because they're going to hold cards, but then on each of the different sides here, there's going to be, let me go ahead and get one of these things. So if you purchase one of the advancement cards that will be in these things, these stickers here will be here, and they basically show you the bonus that you get, or the reward that you get for adding that advancement to your civilization. So that I thought was a pretty cool thing, and I'm very, very happy that these come in the game. I was hoping that they would. I was not absolutely sure, but you kind of get the idea. Let me see if I can. Let's do this. Longer blade is necessary. The slow blade penetrates the shield. Oh, I played War for Arrakis. I'm so happy I played War for Arrakis. I was able to play it with Roy, and it was just super fun. All right, Max, stop with the box already. Good night. So anyway, you have these different kinds of like this is for technology, and so you've got robotics, and then let me see if I can get some other ones in here. So you can kind of start off with masonry, and then as you level this up, it'll go to a foundry, so you're making not just bricks, you're making steel, and then you go further, and now you're outputting with charcoal, and then you go further, and now you can make robotics. So it's just kind of like a progression like that. But anyway, these cards will kind of, let me see if I can show you real quick. These cards will just kind of sit, tyranny. So these cards just kind of sit in here, and whenever you purchase one, you just take one off of the top and you add that to your hand that you're going to be using throughout the course of the game. It's a really fun game. I really enjoyed this one a lot. Tom did a great job teaching it as well. So it's just one of those things where I had a great time playing it, and I can't wait to show this one to JT. I think he's going to enjoy it. I think maybe I might show Jess, off camera. But I think even maybe Jess will be able to grok this one, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to overload her, but I think she's going to enjoy it. And I think it's going to be a really, really good time. Anyway, that is it's a 2. Oh, I can't remember what it is. Well, that didn't work real good, does it? Anyway, let me put all this stuff back in here, and we'll get on to the next one. So, to answer your question, did you find anything new that you needed to know about? This right here, my friend. Here is your player boards. So, you know, that come across. And I like the artwork on the back of each of them. They look really cool. So that's the an Asian civilization, I guess like a Roman civilization, a Mayan civilization maybe, Egyptian. This is the religion board. So when you advance along these things, you get different things. This is the requirement to advance from nothing to no religion to some religion, another advancement. So whenever you advance to a religion, the first person that advances gets to choose one of these two bonuses, and that's the bonus that everybody will get when they pass. So that's kind of get you what, and then this is how many points you'll get at the end of the game wherever your religion marker is for that particular thing. And then that's a cool thing too. So just a lot of cool thing. Good production quality. I really like it a lot. I think it's a great looking game, and it was very fun. Gives you a lot of bang for your buck. Ooh, that looks like maybe Babylonian, maybe? Ooh, I didn't see that one. Check that out. But it gives you a lot of bang for your buck, I think, for what it is. I bought it at the Meepleville Game Cafe's booth at Dice Tower West. So that is something that you should look into if you have not yet already. Path of Civilization, a story of humankind. All right, so that is our first unboxing. All right, let's see here. Does the rulebook tell you how to put the stickers on? More than likely. I didn't look at that. The Curious Box. Hey, Pedro! €5 passing by just to say hi. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you. Let's see here. Is the interaction between player less or more than 7 Wonders? Well, here's the thing. I think it might be... I think it's probably less. And I think it's less because in 7 Wonders you're drafting cards. So there's more player interaction there because you can hate draft and that kind of thing. In this one, there isn't a whole lot of I kept you from doing that. Each of the different player boards has based on what civilization they're representing, has a order of the different elements or the different things that you can upgrade throughout the game, like religion and aviation and military and all this other kind of stuff. And it's all based on what order those symbols are in, are based on the historical preferences of the civilization that it's representing. So if there's ever a time where 2 of you want the same card, that tie, so to speak, is broken by the order in which those icons come up on your board in order from left to right. So if I'm trying to buy a blue card and my religion is higher than somebody else's religion, and we both want to buy that same card, then I have preference before they can purchase it. I have to say, no, I don't want that card, and then they are able to buy it. And that's true for any of the things in that situation. So I would say that there's probably, I think it's a different kind of interaction, but I wouldn't say necessarily that there's more, now that I think a little bit more about it. I just think it's a different kind of interaction. Any interest in Star Wars Unlimited? Well, funny you should mention Star Wars Unlimited. Hi. Now this we're going to play tomorrow. I'm going to show Jess how to play this tomorrow, and I think she's going to dig it. Tom and I played a game. These are just 2 starter decks. You've got Luke is the leader of one deck, and Vader is the leader of the other. And you kind of these are just pre-made decks. There's booster packs. Don't have any booster packs. I just have a couple of starter decks. But we're going to play that tomorrow, and we'll try to get that. Done for you. But generally speaking, Tom actually did post a little short video about it on the Dice Tower, so you can go check that out. But generally speaking, it's fun. Now, I'm not a big TCG player, not a big CCG player, or anything like that. But I did enjoy this. So that's coming tomorrow. We'll play more of that tomorrow. Let's see here. Do you want to segue much, Sam? Exactly, dude. Will you be going to Origins? I think so. Not absolutely sure, but I think so. I think I'll be going with Love Thy Nerd, and I don't know exactly where I'll be working just yet. I need to hammer that out with Love Thy Nerd and see what the deal is there. Hey, people, better late than never, etc., etc. Bushman714, good to see you. I'm working backwards here, so I apologize. Sam, is the interaction lower or more than Seven Wonders? I think I already answered that question. I don't know if you were the same person that asked that. Ryan says okay, Henrik, you asked the same question twice. Okay, there you go. Maybe, did you clarify? Lower. I don't think it's lower. No, I don't think it's lower. I just think it's different. Haven't we moved on from sticker sheets? It's 2024. Yes, Barry, I agree. But, that's just the way it is. Let's see. A meat thermometer went through her hand? Oh, that just gave me the willies. Dude, your mom's a beast. Any interest in Star Wars Unlimited? Well, come check it out tomorrow, bud. Maybe I'll show some of these in just a few moments. Let me get back here. Looks like a drink coaster. That's true. Those things do look like drink coasters, but they're not. Very much a coaster, yes, pretty much. But they're cool because they keep those dice from flipping around. Because sometimes people will throw their dice in there and they'll just land in there. It's pretty cool. I was watching Dice Tower TV, and back in 2017, you said Pandemic was a science fiction game. After COVID, have you changed your mind? Well, no, because in 2017 it was science fiction, and frankly. I mean, yes, it is. I think it's based on science, but it is science fiction. It's not that viruses can't spread. No, I'm not. And that would. I don't think that was ever my argument back then. I'm not saying that viruses couldn't spread. There have been pandemics in the past, and there are pandemics, but the idea of for people, like superhero style, going around and saving, come on, that's just not going to happen. It would take much more than that to handle it. So yeah, I remember the discussion back then. Yes. I mean, the reason I call it science fiction is because there are a number of different science fiction movies out there that are based on the whole idea of a pandemic that goes, I mean, it's the basis of many, if not most or all, zombie movies. And I consider zombie, well, depends on what kind of zombies they are and how the zombies happened. That's what makes it a science fiction or not, in my opinion. I guess zombies could be either or. Jealous want to play War for Arrakis. Oh my goodness. All I can say is more deep. That's all I can say. So fun. Sam has not said yet, but thank you so much for your support, Curious Box. We appreciate you. I got there. I just was doing an unboxing. Yes, thank you, Pedro. I appreciate you. Masonry. Who's Mason? Arrakis, where you hang your coat. Wow. Dad jokes much? Doing for Arrakis is a new Simon for 2 players, Blake. Who or what is Arrakis? Oh, got it. Don't encourage him. What if I don't want to advance to a religion? Then you don't. You'll just not get those points. You don't ever have to. But that track does get you a lot of points the further along you get. Looks like a really nice production. It is. It's a very nice production. I can't help myself. Bring on the dad jokes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Hey, people, better late. Okay, Bushman, there we go. I am TCG'd out. I used to play Pokemon professionally. Ooh, wow. Doing Full War for Arrakis was that 1v1 or 2v2 version? 1v1. Roy and I played against each other. Roy took on the Harkonnens, or Harkonnens, sorry. And I took on the Atreides and Fremen. And he was legitimately crushing me. And I mean crushing. See, here's the thing. It felt like he eased up a little bit, but that's not Roy. Roy doesn't ease up, especially when it's me. He might do it for somebody else, but he and I have played games, and he's crushed me in games before. So unless he has changed, which could be, I don't think he let up. I just think that he was getting, because he had a truckload of cards and that he wasn't using. So I'm wondering if they just weren't helpful in the situations that his decisions had put him into. We did end prematurely, but I was able to play some cards that kept him from taking over the last siege that he needed to win the game. And I did that like 2 times. So I was able to make some deployments to that siege and held off 1 attack, and then played another card that moved the siege a little bit further out of his reach, so that it took longer for him to get there in other rounds. And then while he was struggling, or trying to get there, not really struggling, but trying to get there, when he had to go through all these things, I was able to get some more deployments in there and hold the siege. So we actually had to end prematurely, but he was only 3 points away from winning, and I had a lot more to go. So it felt like a moral victory, only because I was holding out so long, and he wasn't able to get that final killing blow before we eventually had to stop. But on my progress in the prescience tracks, I was maybe a third of the way to my goals, and he was only 3 points away from winning. So I'm not saying that it could have gone either way. Any given round, he could have won. But it was a very fun game, and we enjoyed ourselves greatly. Is there anything else that you... Oh, wait. If you don't like the game, you could use them as coasters. I'm not going to do that. But good idea, Blake. How was the mix of new and old games at Dice Tower West? I think it was delightfully good, because I saw people playing a lot of different games. I mean, if you go into... there was some shorts that I thought uploaded, and they didn't. So I'm going to be uploading some more shorts over the course of this week to kind of catch up, because I'm not seeing some of the ones that I thought I uploaded. And some of those I thought I uploaded while I was on the convention hall Wi-Fi. So that's always kind of piecemealy. But so there's that. But the convention halls, the main convention hall where the exhibitor booths were, we're talking hundreds of tables that people could play at, and most of them were full most of the time. And then you go back to the open gaming hall, which is another hall filled with hundreds of tables, and most of them were always full. You could squeeze in on I don't think there was a table, generally speaking, during most of the day, at least when I was in there, that didn't have somebody sitting at the table playing games. And they were all over the place, all over the place. New games. The hot game room was generally always full, except for a couple of the games that were probably a little bit too hard to just pick up and play. So I think there was a great balance there. They also had a demo area for, I want to say that was probably 50 tables, and there were different companies that were back there that were pitching new games, showing new prototypes, showing new stuff over there. Of course, they had, I don't know, I want to say around 30 to maybe 30, 20 to 30 exhibitors, and they were all demoing new stuff in their areas as well. I think it was a great balance. I really do. Question: what's the difference between Nemo's War Second Edition first printing? $35 and third, $68. I have no idea. I don't recall playing Nemo's War, and if I did play it, it was only like once, way back. So I do not know the difference. I apologize. Is there anything else you liked that you played lately? Yeah, actually, I got this in from Bezier Games. Zotar. It's a new game that's coming out this year, later on this year. I think it's going to be, I want to say it's going to be a Gen Con release, but it could be Origins. I can't remember. And I'm sorry, Jay, if you're watching, for my brain sucking. But Xylotar is a game that I taught a bunch of people. This is a remake of another game called Magic Trick. But it's got some differences to it. It's not the same name. It's not the same game. It's got some changes. But it's got a really goofy theme as well, which is just tongue-in-cheek funness. That's all it is. But this is a trick-taking game that's musically related, but loosely musically related. But we'll be getting more into that later on. But that's one that I did enjoy playing a lot. I was able to teach NAR, I think 4 or 5 times over the course of the week. I took it with me, and I always had it in my bag. So if I had 3 to 4 people and we didn't know what to play, I just said, "Hey, have you played this?" And we sat down and played it. I think I had at least one person in every time that I taught it say that I'm going to go purchase this game, or they added it to their cart immediately while we were playing the game. So I think that was a cool thing. Loved playing NAR. It wasn't new to me, but it was new for a lot of different people. So I really like that. I like it when that happens, where you think that the people you're teaching this game are going to enjoy it, and they really do. That's just a great experience, and I love that. Ever considered making vlogs of your convention experiences? I used to with the Dice Tower. I used to do it all the time, every convention. And the reason I haven't as much here on the Flipside is because I'm trying to focus more on just being present and not feeling the need to always make content about everything. When you whip out your phone and you start recording things, people change. Their demeanor changes. They put on a facade, maybe. There's just a difference there, and you're not dealing with that. I don't know how to say it. There's just a difference, and I feel the difference, and I don't like that difference. I just want to be present with the people that I'm playing games with, and the compromise that I'm doing is that I try to put together those short videos at the end of every day that shows you what I played without putting people's faces on cameras, without putting anything else. It's just, a sweeping shot of the game that's what I played today, and that kind of thing. And that's kind of my compromise for those vlogs, because not everybody wants to be on a video. And I feel awkward asking people if they want to be, or if they mind being on video or anything like that, because what are they going to do? Because if you ask them and they say no, now they're the bad guy. And I don't want to make people the bad guy. I would rather just compromise and say, I'm going to make these short videos. Give me 15 seconds, sweeping shot of the game. All right, let's get to it. Let's play. And then I'm not distracted by, well, I could get this shot and I can get this. Hey, tell me your thoughts about this game. Nah, come on. But that's just me personally. I'm not decrying anybody that does it. I think they're fun to watch. I think it's a great look at the conventions that are being vlogged at. I don't think there's anything bad about it. Me personally, it just makes me feel a little bit icky, so I don't do it anymore. Not to say that I won't do it in some way, shape, or form. Right now, though, that's why I'm not doing them. And the compromise for me are the short videos that I put out when I'm on a trip like that. The price is the difference. Thanks, Blake. That was profound. You're awesome. Let's see. Like when you see two things at the store, they are exactly the same but different prices. Blake, you're knocking it out of the park, bro. Kabuki Kid says that Nemo's War 2nd Edition just had a rata fixing the printings went on, unless that later printing has incorporated expansion stuff as well. Is Origins something you could take your kids to? Is it like a Dice Tower convention or just for vendors? I think Origins is one of those conventions where you can get a good amount of gaming in. There is a gaming hall. There is plenty, not a whole lot. I think there's more gaming area at Dice Tower Con, either at East or West. But there is a good amount of gaming at Origins. Matter of fact, all Game Toppers, they have a contract with Origins where they provide the game mats for all of the tables at Origins in the gaming areas. So all of the tables have a really nice neoprene mat on them. They're great. They're super cool. So yes. You could take your kids to anything. Wow, Blake is in rare form today. It's just a matter of what they can handle and what do they like. That is true, though. That is true. But is it a family-friendly convention? I would say that yes, it is. Not everything that's there is family-friendly, but for the most part, I think, yes, it would be a family-friendly convention of sorts. Not as family-friendly as one of the Dice Tower conventions, but I think it is. I think it would be considered family-friendly. I've seen a lot of people bringing their kids there. I'll put it that way. Uploading shorts. What kind of shorts? Bermuda or cut off? Wow, dude. Wow, dude. No problem, Sam. All right, cool. Let's see. Get a spy camera in your glasses. No, I don't want to do that, Blake. Because then I still have to ask people if they mind being recorded. I can't just put that stuff up. I can get lawsuits, man. Oh, fat fingers today. All right. Oh, yeah, she already told me. I already did. All right. So that's pretty much the new stuff that I picked. Well, yeah, that's kind of like the new stuff that I picked up. So I picked up Star Wars Unlimited from Tom. These are review copies for the Dice Tower. So I'll be doing this review on the Dice Tower, but we'll play it on the channel tomorrow, Jess and I. Path of Civilization, A Story of Humankind. That was something new. A couple other things that I picked up, and we won't necessarily unbox these, but I picked up a couple of more sets of Dice Throne because I know that this is a game that Jess and I love. But I decided to go away from the Marvel. So I want to see how these players play, and I want to see how they play against the Marvel characters. So we'll be doing that a little bit. I picked up the Vampire Lord and the Seraph box and the Monk Paladin box. So we'll be playing these and checking them out. This is Season 1 re-rolled, and I believe... I think this is also Season 1, but I'm not sure how all of that goes. But I think I'm really looking forward to giving these a whirl. We really both enjoy Dice Throne, so there is a lot of Dice Throne out there. Matter of fact, I almost didn't buy it because the only ones that I saw were those huge Season 1 and Season 2 and Season 1 re-rolled boxes at Night's Watch when I was down there with Bubba and Andrew. And they both said it was a great game. And then after I saw those big boxes, I started looking around a little bit, saw one of the Marvel Dice Throne boxes that was like this, decided to pick that up to give it a try, and we just kind of kept falling down that rabbit hole. It's such a fun game, such a good game, such great fun, and great artwork, great thematic differences between all of the different characters. So I'm hoping that this is going to follow that same route, and I know it. I'm pretty sure it will, because Marvel Dice Throne is based on the stuff that came out first. So picked those up at Mapleville, and then they had a flea market on Saturday morning, and I let the rush go through first. And then I went in because I'm not a stand in line kind of guy. I'm not a big crowds kind of guy. I don't like being pressed upon by a throng of people. I like to have my my personal space and all that kind of stuff. I'm a hugger. I'll shake hands with you and all that kind of stuff. I just don't want to be like this. You know what I mean? So I had enough of that in high school at concerts, and I don't want it anymore. So went to the flea market, and I picked up 2 games for $40. 2 games for $40. One of them was Cry Havoc, and the other one, which we will unbox. I'm not going to unbox this one because it's already opened, but the other one is this one right here. And I put Sam's Games on there because I had to store this at the Dice Towers booth, and I didn't want anybody to take it. Not that they would have, but I didn't want them saying, "Hey, whose stuff is this?" That kind of thing. Cry Havoc, underrated. Yes, I agree. Funny story about Cry Havoc. I have the expansion right up there on my shelf, the Aftermath expansion, and I got rid of the base box. Or I left it, and the Dice Tower put it into its library. But for the longest time since I've moved up here, I have had Cry Havoc Aftermath in shrink over there because I was like, well, maybe I'll just give it away. Saw Cry Havoc for $20 at the flea market. I was like, okay, that's what I'm doing. I'll purchase it for $20. It's got great pieces in it. Great little game as well. Portal Games did a great job with it. So really super looking forward to get that one back to the table. But then I also saw at the same space, Spacegate Odyssey. Now, Spacegate Odyssey has Vincent Dutrade's artwork on it. And it looks a lot like, every time I see this cover, I think of Rising 5, the Runes of Asteros. But it is similar, but it's not the exact same, but it's very similar, very sci-fi themey looking thing. So that's pretty cool. Grapefruit Knife works well, Jess. And so we're going to open this up. Got this one for $20 as well. And so I was like, heck yeah, $40 for 2 thick games by, anyway, put out by Ludonaut. Let's go ahead and get down to the table here. So this is another cool thing. Check this out. Vincent Dutrade artwork. Vincent Dutrade artwork. Isn't that cool? Carta Impera Victoria. Ludonaut, France. Last Heroes. Well, that looks interesting. All right. Well, here is the rule book in English. That's all I need, I think. Don't need this one that's in French. Bloop. But, so rule book here. So we have some stuff that we're going to have to be putting together and all that kind of stuff. But we'll just give you a little jaunt through. Let's see. So anyway, I have never played this game before. It is an older game. And when I was talking to Corey, he said that he loved this game. So I'm looking forward to getting this one, giving this one a try. It's a 2.75 out of 5 out of on Board Game Geek. So we'll see how that works out. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff that you have to put together. All of these things. This one just kind of pops right out, so you kind of get the idea. So yeah, these are all popping out super easy. Good production quality. Not really worried about that too much, but so it's a colorful game. But one of the cool things about the game, let's see if I can get in here. Oh my, that's a lot of cardboard. Check it. So kind of get the idea. Different planets, different gates, different things you have to put together. Oh wow. Well, that's going to be fun. All right, so that's that. But one of the coolest things about this game are these little plastic pieces. So you have all of these little meeples that are going to be going around the board. Oh man, I hate it when bags do that. There we go. Live play of Cry Havoc. Do trade is an auto buy for Sam. Yeah, it is. But these little meeples are awesome. These are little tiny plastic translucent meeples. I know you probably can't tell very much by the camera angle, but those are simply awesome. Then let me get these back in here. I don't want to lose it. Then you also have other meeples that are different. So you have some of those frosted ones, but then you have these yellow ones too. So I just like the pieces in these things, man. These pieces are awesome. So I'm really looking forward to it. I did check before I bought it. I did do some homework before I just said, visit your trade, bye. I'm being accused of. But then there's these little things too. I looked at some of the, I looked at the weight rating first because I wanted to see if this was something I could maybe play with Jess. So I did do some homework on it, but these little things cool. And so you've got different colors and all that kind of stuff in here with all of this stuff. So, I mean, it's just really, it's got a lot of neat pieces. And I'm really looking forward to getting this one to the table because I'm hoping Jess will like it and Vincent Trade's artwork. So that is Space Base Odyssey. Put that in there. Put that down there, and then all this stuff can go back in here, like so. That goes in there. So that is that. See a picture of the game set up. Let's see. There we go. So you have a number of different things here. So it's got a neat looking table presence at the very least. So I like it. I like it a lot. Boom. All right, so that was Space Base Odyssey, and that is it. You are a bargain hunter. Detroit is an auto buy for Sam. Yeah, it is. Generally speaking, then you got to play Dogs of War afterwards. Cry Havoc, please. Cry Havoc, and let's slip to the Dogs of War. Only if you let it slip. All but 2 of my games cost less than $20. Wow, that's pretty cool. New too. Only 2 used games, but unpunched sealed. Wow. I feel like there's been a lot of good space games come out recently. I would agree with that. It seems like that's a hot theme for the genre. Oh, I'm sorry, Strider. Oh, just put my foot in his face. It sounds better in its original Klingon. I don't know what that means. No rock concerts in Sam's future. No, that is not true. That is not true at all. I'm just not going on the floor anymore. I've been to multiple Metallica concerts where I was on the floor, even up near the front, and I'm done with all that jazz. I am not liking that at all. Cool stuff. Looking forward to seeing some of it. Yeah. Doug, hey, buddy. Thank you for your help, Doug, on Friday night and Friday day. Ragged Edge 68 was a trooper and helped Jess, he and Emily both, helped Jess get Daphne's car back from the tire center. So thank you so much, Doug. You guys are rock stars for helping her out like that. So thank you. Felipe Bueno. The Comic Hunters copy was Brazilian or already the U.S. version? No, it was a Brazilian copy. I think it might have even been because some of the parts looked a little prototypey, but I think most of it was the Brazilian thing because they didn't even have a English rule book. We had to look the rule book up. But I did get to play Comic Hunters, and that's a fun game. Oh my heave, that's a fun game. So looking forward to that a lot. Jason Lycan says, I'm glad we're moving away from the anthropomorphic animals, cottage core, mushroom games. That's funny. Christopher Plummer as a Klingon in Star Trek VI, he used that Shakespeare quote, then claimed it was originally Klingon. Oh, okay, got it. All right, cool. Love to have out. Thank you very much, Doug. We appreciate you guys. Unless they want to combine those into a strategy war game. Gotta go. Bye, people. See you, Blake. Thank you for being here, buddy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else have we got going on? JT and I are going to be talking about what we're going to play Friday. We haven't had that discussion yet, but we did, send a couple of texts. Let me see, did he get back? No. On the 22nd, we're going to be playing New York from Queen Games, so you can put that on your calendar. Friday the 22nd, we'll play New York from Queen Games, and then we're also going to be doing some other stuff. So I don't know. Heck, we might even. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I've got some stuff from Bezier Games that we want to get played. We've been contracted to get them played online. So we've got to look at everything that we want played. We need to get played and kind of lay those weeks out. So I got to wait to have that conversation with them. But that is it. Did you play Galactic Cruise, or am I repeating? We played Galactic Cruise on the Dice Tower Cruise, and JT and I both really enjoyed it. We had a great time. I didn't play it at Dice Tower West, but I did play it on the cruise, and we did have a good time there, yeah. Sam, haven't you reviewed Spacegate Odyssey once at the Dice Tower? I don't think so. I remember about you when I see it on sale at Essen. I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong. I will go check, but I don't think so. Let's see, Spacegate Odyssey. Dice Tower. Nope, that looks like a review from Tom 4 years ago. Tom did a review of it. He also did an unboxing of it. 5 hours. Looks like I played it. So, hey, I'll just watch myself playing it and see if it comes back. Yep, I did play it. So cool. I'll be able to. And it looks like I used the white frosted meeples too. That's cool. All right, all right. So that's cool. I knew of the game. I just hadn't. I mean, I haven't played it since then, frankly. Alrighty. Don't forget us soloists. Oh, I won't. What am I playing solo this week? Oh, I've got my before I went to Dice Tower West, I actually sat down and planned out my month. At least, you know, this is all kind of in pencil, not really. And I'm just going to show you a little bit of it. It's just so, there you go. See, so you know I'm not just holding something up and doing it. But let's see, what have I got solo play? Solo play of Origin's First Builders. So I'm thinking about doing that, but we'll have to see. On Wednesday, I've got a live review of Keltay coming up. I was able to play Keltay at Dice Tower West again, so I think I'm ready to do that. Tomorrow, we're going to do a live play with Jess in the afternoon, and that will probably be the Star Wars Unlimited. And then in the morning, I think I'll do It Belongs in a Museum live chat, so that'll be coming up. I've got a review on the Dice Tower of a game from Pythagoras called Cafe. So that's going to be coming up on Wednesday over on the Dice Tower. And then the bottom 5 lucky games on the Dice Tower is coming up on Friday, and then the top 5 lucky games on Monday here on the Flipside. Don't know what we're doing on the live play for Friday. Live Q&A with Jesse on Saturday morning. And then we'll do another Fireside chat on next Monday. So we're going to kind of use that clip, if I can use that word. No digital calendar? No. No. I need to see things. And I'm at the point now where I don't want to put things digitally because I don't want to be constantly looking at my phone. It's not that I'm against using my phone for stuff. That's not it at all. But I just don't, you know, I know that you put it on the counter, you always have it, you can always look at it. I know. This is just kind of the old me coming out, I guess. I don't want to be looking at my phone all the time. I would vote for Origins. Looks like a good game. It is a good game. We have played it. We really enjoyed it. I just haven't tried the solo mode of it yet. And it's not one of the... it's not a review copy. It's a game that I bought, so I don't have to add. It's not something that I have to do. It's something that I want to do. I want to play it. Kind of bummed there's no fire during the Fireside chat. Jason, I know, dude. I didn't have my fake fire either, which is my bad. Pencil paper. Yep. Yeah, Kabuki Kids has the same thing. False advertising. Let's see. Sam, haven't you reviewed... Oh, okay, yeah, I already said that. Thank you for coming back, Pedro. And thanks for the €5 earlier, buddy. If you didn't hear me say thank you. Hopefully you're still here. Sam's old. Yes, I know. I'm old. but that's okay. I'm actually turning 50 this year, which is kind of surreal. I don't feel 50. I guess that's a good thing, right? I don't feel 50, but good night. I'm 50 years old. What were your thoughts on Dune Part 2? Don't know if you said anything about it yet. I absolutely loved the show. Loved the show. There were a couple of times, and I'm not going to give any spoilers because I do not like people who spoil stuff for other people. There were a couple of times, though, that I was like, where are they going to go with this? Please don't, please don't go the Blade Runner route. Please, come on, don't go there. Don't go. Okay. Whew. All right, good. You didn't. There were a couple of moments like that where I was hoping they wouldn't go too far down the path, but and they didn't. And that, for me, was a mad amount of respect because I know that the director, the producer, whoever it is that makes those decisions, could have easily said, let's just make it R-rated and we'll put all this stuff in there that we know people will come and want to watch. And I feel like they consciously made the choice not to do that. And I'm super, super happy about it. So very cool. Mad respect for that. The minor things they changed made sense. Yep. The big 5-0. I got shoes that old. No, you don't, Bushman. And if you do, you don't wear them no more. I bet. Maybe. Maybe you do. I don't know. That screwed me. Let's see. I really enjoyed it. I really did. Have you gotten the chance to play the game Stationfall? No, I haven't, Fancy Filmmaker. I have Planetfall over here, and that was fun, but I've not played Stationfall yet. Part 2 hit 3 hours. Did it? I don't think it was 3 hours. It was like, well, I guess it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I guess you can round up for 3 hours, yeah. Yep, I've read that too. Villeneuve is going to make Dune Messiah as well, so there's going to be a part 3. Yeah, part 2 was 2:46 or something like that. Yeah, it was. But yeah, you round up because you're there for 15 minutes of previews and ads anyway. So yeah, it's a 3-hour affair. But Jess was a trooper. She went to the whole thing. She didn't fall asleep, and she said it wasn't bad. I'm like, yes, I'll take that as a win. That's like me going to watching a musical that was made with like, silent movies and not falling asleep or gouging my eyeballs out. So that was a win. She said it wasn't that bad. That's cool. I'm getting a lot of buzzes over here. Wenatchee football. Okay, nothing. Okay, that was a question. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Don't think I have anything else that I really want to go over right now. That's pretty much about it. Go check out the shorts that I posted. That'll show you. I had one day, and I didn't post this one yet, but it's coming up. I had one day where I played nothing but Viking games. I love it. I love it that I could do that. I taught NAR to somebody. Then me and Tom from the channel, one of the moderators, and his buddy, and now my buddy, Danny, we played Champions of Midgard with the Valhalla and Dark Mountains expansions. And then later on that day, well, no. Later on that day, We played. I taught Danny and Tom and another guy named Eric that I met at the convention. He was helping out. He was one of the volunteers of the with Tim's crew. Taught him how to play Blood Rage. So we played a four-player game of Blood Rage. That was on Saturday. So we had a great time. Nothing but Viking games. Viking game day Saturday. So I had a great time. Good short song. Thank you, Bushman. Appreciate that. ADS at movies. Hate them. Thanks, Pepsi. Michael Jackson. Ads. Yes. It's pretty action-packed. It doesn't drag at all. No, that's absolutely correct. It doesn't drag at all. It's like, it's not constant action, but there's constant things that you've got to pay attention to. And it's not all just dramatic and like, sweeping shots of the planet and all that other kind of stuff. It's like things are happening that you've got to pay attention to, and it keeps you engaged. And that's what I really liked about Dune 2. So that's cool. Your band's music was good. My band's music was good. Are you talking about the music that I put on the shorts? I tried to use the same music on the shorts for each trip, so that they're a little bit different that way. But I try to use the music that's there. I like I think it was called Memory or something like that. I don't know what your band's music was good means. On shorts. Okay, cool. That's what I thought you meant. Cool beans. Yeah, the big 5-0. That is correct. I'm really jealous. Tongue-in-cheek jealous. Not really, but it's just a manner of speaking. Mick and Starla from Our Family Plays Games went to go see Dune 2 in some kind of special theater where it's 3 movie screens out in front of you like this. And then I saw some people doing it in a 70 millimeter IMAX. Oh my gosh. I would love to do that. We have nothing anywhere near that in my area. I'd have to travel over to Seattle probably to get that kind of movie experience, and that's just not worth it. But yeah, that if I'm going to get jealous about something so trivial, I'm definitely jealous about that. That's for sure. Thought you played. Nope, I did not. Hate to duck out, got to eat quickly, and then go to game night. All right, have a great night, Kabuki Kid. We're about to end here anyway, because I got to go pick up my son from school. So no worries at all. Ciao for now. We'll see you guys later. All right, so come on back tomorrow for 2 live videos. We're going to have in the morning. We're going to have another It Belongs in a Museum, where I'll pull a couple of games down off my shelves and just talk about them, open them up, show you the components, talk about why I like the game and that kind of thing, and how much. When's my birthday? I'll get you a. Oh, Bushman. Now I don't want to tell you my birthday. Yeah, no, it is later on in the year, not this month. I don't want you to do that. But yeah, come on back next time. Hey, and don't forget, I keep doing this at the end of the video. Check our description. In the description of this video, there's a link to our Shopify page where you can buy our merch. And that's a great way to help support the channel. I'm not a great salesman, so they're super comfortable shirts though. It's got a great looking logo on it. And there's a little QR code on the back. I don't know if you can see it. A little QR code on the back where people can scan your back, and that'll take them to the Flipside. So go ahead and check that out if you'd like. We'll get those out to you. Usually we try to get them out next day. So you won't be waiting long if you do decide to help us out and support us that way. You can also be members of the channel. You can join our channel. We have 4 different levels of membership, so you can do that as well. But at the very least, if you have not yet already, go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons, and we'll thank you for it. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate it. I feel really weird whenever I do that. I feel like a bleh. I don't know, but I guess I have to do it, so I apologize if that felt a little awkward, because it was awkward. Anyway, have a great Monday. Take care. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. Tomorrow, in the morning, it belongs in a museum. In the afternoon, a game with Jesse. So we'll talk to you later. Take care. My birthday is in May. But don't send that. What you said, card. Don't do that. No, I'm not on Patreon. Not yet. I haven't really looked into it yet. I got to get my stuff connected to the shop. If you go to the shop on our YouTube page, it's not connecting correctly. It's a headache, and I just have to commit time to it, but I don't have a whole lot of time to commit to it right now. But anyway, not on Patreon yet. I'm thinking about it. Not really convinced that I'm going to. We'll see how the memberships and the merch does. We'll go from there later on.